I remember on the trip we did from Azaria to Rotterdam. Same thing. Look unto me.
When everybody's seated, first hand round plates. Then asking the Lady Jess.
Yes, dear.
Best whether they will take milk and sugar. EHOSTESS. Why are they singing hymns, Auntie? It isn't Sunday.
Get on with your tea party, dear. There's a good girl.
C-L-I-E questions the gentleman.
We commend into thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our brother here departed, and we commit his body to the deep.
What's that?
Emmeline, come here this minute.
What is it, Auntie?
It's nothing to do with you. It's no concern of yours. Come away now.
Through our Lord Jesus Christ, amen. That's all.
That's all. Not bad for 10.
I don't care to speak ill of a dead man, but I had no liking for the deceased Mr. Anstey. Neither, if you ask me, had his son there. We'll have that hymn again on Sunday. It's got a fine ring to it.
What are you going to do with the kid, son?
Well, he's got relatives in California. I'll turn him over to the American consul in Auckland.
Who'll look after him now?
Is there nobody in the steerage?
Wouldn't care to trust a son of mine with any of them.
Oh, well, put him in charge of one of the crew for the time being. We're running into some bad weather by the look of it. I'll take her a point or two south. We may avoid the worst of it.
Time you were taking a hand, my lad. I'm shifting you out of here.
Where to?
You'll find out.
Never misses a funeral for miles. Got a nose for 'em, my old woman.
Now, my wife...
Now, weddings she can't abide. Florrie, I said, you'll have twice the fun the day you bury me to what you had the day we was married. And who with?
I remember the day my poor father was buried. Not a cow was milked in the village. Not an egg gathered for 6 whole days. It took them all of that to sober up.
Someone's got to look after this kid. Captain's orders. Was it to be? Didn't I hear you signed the pledge in Frisco, Button?
Sure, I was drunk at the time, Mr. Anstey. How do you mean mine? Ask yourself now, Mr. Anstey. A fellow with my upbringing and a little boy like that.
Modesty is his besetting sin, Mr. Anstey. Like a mother he'll be to that little child.
Who asked you to open your big gob?
There must be something you're good for, Button. All right, son, he'll look after you till we reach Auckland.
Well, now we've settled who his dad is. What about some grub? You'll have to wash his little shirts and darn his little socks. A woman's work is never done.
You keep your nose out of my affairs in future, Trotter.
Do I eat here, too? I said, do I eat here?
When you've washed yourself.
I washed this morning.
Take that shirt off and stick your head in the tub that's in the corner there. Look, son, I don't want to be harsh with you, but you must learn to do as you're told. You understand?
Hey, look at that kid's back. Cool.
Good. Who on earth did that to you, son?
My father.
His old man's handiwork.
We were singing hymns for him.
Put that shirt on and sit down, son. Never mind about washing.
Here, boy, have some of that.
Here, take this ladder.
It's closing down. Visibility can't be more than 50 yards. We shall be 2 days late at Auckland, even if it clears by nightfall.
Not much chance of that. I'm going below to have a word with the chief. I'll send Mr. Bruce up.
Very good, sir.
And do you mean to tell me you never saw the fairy rings in the woods? I wouldn't step into one for all the tea in China. There was a fella called Bill Ryan in our village coming home after a few jars, trod smack into the middle of one. That night, the little people blacked over his windows and stuffed up his chimney so that there wasn't a chink of light. Poor Bill slept for 3 whole days without knowing the sun had risen.
Enjoying a restful voyage, Button?
I was just sizing up the job, sir.
You'll We'll be lucky if you've got the size up by the time we get to port.
Now see what you've done, getting me telling stories. Off with you now and don't be running out of sight. And hey, you're only allowed on this deck because I'm with you. Remember that. I'm up in the morning early.
I'll find it soon, Mrs. Milder. Don't be patient. Not here. Over there. But it must be somewhere I know, because I smell it. Who are you talking to? It's nothing to do with you. If you want to know, it's Esmeralda. She's hungry and I smell cooking.
The cook's not down there. He's up the other end.
How do you know?
Because I live up the other end. I'm not supposed to be here at all, really. Why do you call her Esmeralda?
I've got a cousin called Esmeralda.
She's only a doll. How could she be hungry?
Because I'm hungry.
What's the book?
To teach her how to be a lady.
You can hardly see the sea.
No, you can't, can you? Do you think they know where they're going?
Course.
Where are you going?
I was going to Australia with my father.
Has he changed his mind?
No, he died. We buried him yesterday. Weren't you there?
No.
I thought everyone was. We tipped him over the side. Are you going to Australia?
No, I'm going to live on a farm in New Zealand with Auntie Maud and Uncle John.
Haven't you got a mother or father?
Oh, yes, but Daddy's not well.
What about your mother?
She went away.
Went away? Do you mean she died?
Oh, no.
Bet you she did. That's what they always say when they don't want to tell you someone's died.
Well, it's not true. I know it is. Mummy sends me postcards.
Where from?
Scotland.
What do you want to go there for?
I don't know. She's never coming back anymore, ever. Because Daddy told me.
Do you like your father?
Of course. Didn't you like yours?
No, I didn't. Like to see what he did to me?
Dear.
Interesting, isn't it? They're going off now, but they were worse than that yesterday.
Did they hurt?
No.
I can smell cooking. You smell.
You're right. Where's it coming from?
Look, it's not cooking, it's burning. Something's burning. I'm going to tell Paddy. Paddy, there's something burning. Yes, we smelled it and then we saw it. It's at the end there.
That's fog.
It isn't. It's coming up from down below.
Then it's Archie Cochran smoking that Cornish shag of his, I bet.
It isn't, Paddy. It's real smoke. Black smoke. You go and look.
Now, if you two kids are...
Hey, fire a number 2 hole, Bob.
What? Hey, make the captain's below.
Right.
You two kids get aft.
Fire a number 2 hole. Smoke coming through the bulkhead doors. Just spotted it, sir.
You told the mate?
Not yet.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad, sir.
See what it's all about, Mr. Bruce. Whatever it is, isolate those cases of explosive on the port side.
I want some of you to get down and hold out those explosives. Take Black and Johnson with you, boss.
Aye, sir. Come on.
Put those rattles back. Get the hoses working.
No use.
Right. Order all passengers to boat stations. We'll get this under somehow. I want all hands on deck. Every man jack.
Aye, aye.
All passengers to boat station.
What's that? What's going on?
Don't argue, get on deck. All passengers to boat station.
Get up to the boat stations with the child at once, madam. Hurry up now. Leave all that.
Whatever could have happened? Come along, Emily. Never mind your hat.
Auntie, I've left Esmeralda. I want Esmeralda. I want her.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. But what are you doing here, you young whelp? Get out to the lifeboat at once and take that board with you. There's no business to be here at all. Didn't I tell you to go aft?
You two men tackle it from that side. Over you go! Not be far from those explosives. If we can find him, we've got a chance.
I do hope the captain knows that he's doing it. I can't see it. I can smell it, and I can smell crackling. Oh, I wonder. I just can't see. You know what? Oh, there you go. I was just finishing the novel, and I heard the alarm. I can't make it.
Where are you going? To fetch Esmeralda. Going back for a doll? I can't leave her. You can't go down there. The ship's blazing away like mad. I'm not going to leave her. I never can. Your cabin's not down there. I couldn't go the proper way around you. Do you know how to get through? I'll find out. Supposing you don't. Supposing you get lost.
Why do men always have to get girls out of trouble?
Spreading out to the lower decks tonight now. There's something to go up any minute. Give the order of abandon ship, Miss Ransby. Mr. Bruce, see the passengers are away first, yes?
It may be just a false alarm.
Life belt, madam.
And what's the matter?
I remember a book too. What? Wait.
Where are you? Come on, what?
Want you, Button. Attention, please, everybody. I don't want any fuss or bother about this. Do as you're told and everything will be all right. We're abandoning ship. Be in charge here, Button. Get the boat away as fast as you can. Come on in, you get all of you. Sharp for work. You heard what Mr. Bruce said. Come on, Mom. Get into that boat. Hey, look out. Come on, Mom. Hey, Charlie. Ship this woman in and get that boat away, quick. I'll find a child and throw her in another boat.
Dolls can't speak and they can't swim.
I think she can't swim. No,
Michael! Come here, you little...
Wake up. Wake up. Are you all right? I don't know. Stand up and see. Does anything hurt? Yeah. I'm frightened. There was a big bang just when Patty called me. He must be out there. Patty! Patty, we're here!
what is it? What happened?
On deck, quick.
The parrot!
Never mind that blasted board. Come back here. Come back, I tell you. Give me that. Hurry. Follow me now.
Don't move from that spot or I break your necks.
I'm getting us away from the old ship before she's blown to blazes.
But she's blown up once.
There's another couple of cases of dynamite waiting to follow the other fellow.
What's happened to Auntie?
She's in another boat. We'll catch up with her in a couple of shakes. Ahoy there! Ahoy! Ahoy there! Can you hear anything? Your young ears are better than mine.
No, nothing, Mr. Button.
Ah, yeah, it won't be long. Ahoy there! They'd never go off without us. Ahoy there! Ahoy! 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 Ahoy!
That's enough for McKeever. You can't go stuffing that bird now. Hand him to me.
I read a story once about some sailors who were shipwrecked for weeks until they hadn't anything left to eat or drink, and sharks rolled around them, and then one of them went mad.
Will you lay off that kind of chatter?
It was only a story.
I don't care what it was. Cork up that bottle and cover them biscuits.
I'm still hungry.
Put them away, I said. We've got to save some for tomorrow.
We won't be here tomorrow. I thought you said we'd catch up with Auntie Maud and a big ship would come and pick us all up.
So it will. Only it's very difficult for them to see us at night.
Mr. Button,
What is it now?
are you sure you're going the right way?
Now, see here, son. I don't want a lad of your age questioning where I'm going.
You know something funny? What? We don't even know each other's real names.
I know yours is Michael.
Michael David Reynolds.
Mine's Emmeline Joyce Foster. According to the book here, it says that you should say how do you do, and I should say how do you do too. But I don't know what you do when you know each other already.
Lie down on the bottom of the boat, the pair of you, and pull the blankets over you.
But I'm not tired.
Will you do as I tell you? You've had enough for one day. Keep close together. Cover yourselves up and I'll sing you to sleep. And I don't want any more out of you after I'm through with it. Do you understand?
What if a big ship comes in the night?
I'll be away. Oh, me mother once told me that when I was born, the day that I first saw the light, I looked down the street on that very first morn, and I let a wild crow of delight. Now most newborn babies are born in a hut and start with the sorrowful squall. But I knew I was born in Ballyjane's, and that's why I smiled that I'm on. The baby's a man now, he's toil-worn and tough. Still the whispers come over the sea. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Ballyjane's.
Mr. Button, I can smell flowers.
Don't be talking in your sleep, darling. Emmeline, the water! What are you doing?
Look!
For heaven's sake, child.
Look!
No.
Michael, look! I told you I could smell flowers. Do you think it's New Zealand, Mr. Button?
It's a miracle, whatever it is.
I prayed last night it would be New Zealand.
Maybe it is, darling. Or maybe it's just a corner of heaven the angels have placed here especially for you.
Look, Michael, over there. Those are like Torquay. I went to Torquay once with Mummy and Daddy. Emmeline, look! What? Aren't they lovely? Fish, Mr. Button. We can have fish for breakfast.
Will you stop yammering and trim the ship? If I had to be shipwrecked, why couldn't it have been with a couple of old ladies?
Shall I go after him?
Now you stay where you are. I'll attend to that one.
Do you think Michael's all right?
That young man and me are due for a heart-to-heart talk.
Paddy! Paddy! Michael, what's the matter?
Where have you been?
I've seen a house.
House? Where?
Through there, but there's nobody in it.
How do you know?
I went in, but I'm knocking. There's no door. There's no roof either. There's nothing in it except a broken table and a barrel.
Barrel? Was it empty?
No, I turned the tap on. It smells awful.
Room. Did you turn the tap off?
I think so.
Think so? Come on, show me where it is. Half full. Nearly 3 parts. And me a staunch teetotaler this last 5 weeks.
Oh, Mr. Button, do be careful. It might be poison.
Me own special angel. Had plenty of time to mature too, by the looks of things.
Who do you think lived here?
Maybe some old fisherman. Or one of these painter fellas who likes to get close to nature. Be close enough here with the roof off. The sooner I find out where we are, the easier I'll be in me mind. Better climb up the nearest hill and get our bearings. Come on.
It's an island with water all round. It can't be New Zealand. Where are we, Mr. Button?
I wish I knew.
We're castaways on a desert island. What's castaways? Shipwrecked mariners like Robinson Crusoe. Who's Robinson Crusoe? He was wrecked on an island and grew a beard and lived there for donkey's years. No, that's not going to happen to us, is it, Mr. Button? Ship's going to come and take us off, isn't it?
Of course, chicken. A ship will be here any time now. They wouldn't leave us here.
Auntie Maud wouldn't go without me, I know that.
No.
Nobody came back for Robinson Crusoe. Perhaps he didn't have an Auntie Maud. I'm awfully hungry, Mr. Button. So says Morale.
You're a couple of sensible young ladies. We'll get straight back and catch a few fish. Come on. And if I hear one word more about that fellow Crusoe, I'll take me belt to you. We didn't come up this way. I hope we can get down.
Well, that's the beach we landed on. Mr. Button. What is it?
I don't know. But I don't care for the looks of him at all.
Why don't you, Mr. Button?
Oh, no reason. No reason at all. It's only a freak of nature that's got that way with the wind and the rain. It's nothing to be afraid of, darling.
I'm not afraid of it. I think it's rather funny.
That's because you have the soul of an angel. Let's get back to the beach and see what sort of cook we can make of you. What do you say to that? Don't go in there, you young rascal.
I'm only going to stay.
Will you do as I tell you? Devil take the boy. I told you once this morning. Don't move and listen to me. You'll fall into a hole or something if you're not careful. Where are you?
Paddy!
What is it? Hold on, son. I told you to come back, didn't I? That's a fine sight to thrust upon a man on an empty stomach.
What would those strokes mean, I wonder?
2, 4, 6. There's 7 of them.
It could be he scratched one for every week he was here. Or a month, maybe.
A year?
What's that you say? Do you want me to give you the back of me hand? A man couldn't be here 7 years without sighting a ship. Not 7 years.
To boil. What's that funny boat?
It's a canoe, darling, with an outrigger to stop it from sinking.
Who's it for?
Michael?
Esmeralda's been waiting for a boat for a long time, Mr. Button. Couldn't you make a big one like the one that went down?
Oh, I'm not making this for fun, child. I'm teaching Michael a little about the sea. I reckon if we're here much longer, if we're here for... Oh, that's a grand spread. And you've got your book there, too.
What's happened to Michael? He knows it's Esmeralda's birthday.
Would you read me that piece in the chapter on banquets? You know the piece I mean.
Oh, do you see? I read to you only the other day. No one should commence upon a slice of roast beef or mutton without potatoes or gravy, nor upon a slice of pheasant without brown breadcrumbs or bread sauce or gravy.
Would you read us that bit again, dear?
Oh, dear. Esmeralda wants her tea. Nor upon a slice of pheasant without brown breadcrumbs or bread sauce. Teddy! Teddy! Out to sea!
Where?
There!
Up to the cliff and start the fire.
There it is!
Here, give me that.
It's coming this way! It's burning! Paddy started a light! Coming straight for us! I can almost see the people on it! Oh, Michael, we're going to be rescued! We're going to be rescued! It's getting nearer and nearer!
Please, heaven, don't let it rain.
Oh, Mr. Button, it's raining.
Devil's curses on you!
There will be another ship, Mr. Button, won't there? There will be another ship.
Your eyeless, noseless, ball as an egg. You'll have to go out to the streets to beg. Johnny, I hardly knew ya.
With drums and guns and drums and guns, hurrah, hurrah. With drums and guns and guns and drums, hurrah, hurrah. With drums and guns and guns and drums, the enemy nearly slew ya. Oh, come here, darling dear, you look so queer. Ah! Jolly,
Did you hear that? What was it? I don't know. You wait there! Why? Michael! Michael, look! Where? There!
I suppose we'd better say something. What? I know something they said when my father died. I can't remember much of it.
Try, Michael.
All right, but I don't know it really.
Never mind.
I only know a piece in the middle. Men and women don't have...
Better kneel.
All right. Men and women don't have very long to live. They just grow up and get cut down like flowers do. They're always running like shadows and not stopping in the same place. That's all I remember. Are you ready? You'll have to help me.
I can't.
You've got to. I can't do it alone. Yes.
Let's sing a hymn.
But I don't know any hymns.
And let's sing what Paddy always sung. He won't mind. Come back, Paddy Riley, to Valley Jane's Dock. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me. The baby's a man now. He's toil-worn and tough. Still the whispers come over the sea.
Don't do that, Anne.
Come back, Paddy Riley, to Valley Jane's Dock. Come home, Paddy Riley, to me.
it. Don't you like it? All I want now are 3 more beads of my comb, but they must all be the same size. Couldn't you fetch me some more tomorrow? Why are you sitting up in this old tree?
I'm thinking.
You're always thinking nowadays. I don't think because I don't remember anything to think about.
Well, that's nothing to be proud of, is it? I want to do things and see things and learn about things that I will remember. Do you know I've only read 2 books? I've read the Bible. I don't think I read all of it. And Robinson Crusoe.
What about our book?
Oh, that's no use.
It might be one day. You'll know when to raise your hat and send flowers, and what to do when you meet someone you know in a punt on the river.
I don't want to know what to do when I meet someone I know in a punt on the river. I just want to get away from here. Do you know what Monday is? 10 years.
We've seen ships, Michael. One day one of them will see us.
I wish you'd stop saying that. We might stay here forever without anyone finding us. You know that quite well.
Michael, I was so happy until I came up here. You haven't even looked at my new dress. I caught a turtle this afternoon. It was right up on the beach. Come back and help me with it, Michael. It'll be getting dark soon. Come on.
Oh, all right.
And you see, now I found out about those trees, I shall make lots of dresses the same way. Also, I can make some curtains and some tablecloths and mats and all sorts of things.
Could you make a sail for the boat?
A sail? I don't know. Why?
Well, if we had a sail, we could sail away from here and go on until we reach land. If we knew where it was.
But we don't know where it is.
But if we sailed away on a straight course, we'd find land sooner or later.
Oh, Michael.
Well, how do we know there's not land 50 miles away in a straight line?
Which straight line?
Well, it doesn't matter which line. We could try them all. If I repaired the boat and built a mast, I could make a barrel for water and could fill the boat with food. It would last us for weeks. If you hadn't found out how to make that dress, I would never have thought of this. Don't you see, Em? It's our one chance.
Dinner's ready! Dinner's ready. Oh, Michael.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh, come on, you never eat now when it's ready.
I'll be back soon.
But you won't finish the boat any faster. And I cooked such a nice meal for you. The big shellfish that I caught last.
Now look what you made me do. And it's nothing to laugh about either.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
You only come here to annoy me, that's all.
I came to tell you it's dinner time.
I know when it's dinner time. I don't have to be told.
Then why don't you come when it's ready?
Because I'll come when I'm ready. Just hang around and keep on keeping on to me till I'm sick of the sight of you.
And I'm sick of the sight of you, too. You're nothing but a bad temper.
Oh, shut up! What are you doing sitting up here?
If you're sick of the sight of me, I'm better out of your way.
I'm not sick of the sight of you, Em. I only said it because I hit my finger.
You're always saying things like that now.
I'm sorry. Em, the dinner's getting cold.
All right, go and eat it.
Aren't you coming with me?
I'm not hungry.
Em, you know those big beads you wanted for your comb? I'll dive for them if you want me to.
I don't want them now.
Oh, yes, you do. You know you do.
I don't.
I'll get you lots and lots. And when I found the big ones, I'll make a necklace for you with the ones left over. Come on, Em.
That's the first time you've ever hit me.
I didn't mean to. I'll never do it again, Em.
You won't be able to find 3 beads the same size anyway.
Oh, I bet you I will. I'll go on diving till I do. Come on, Em, let's go down and eat.
It'll be stone cold by now. It won't be worth eating.
Well, then I'll warm it up. I'll make something fresh.
You're a terrible cook, Michael.
Yes, I know. I'll watch you cook then.
You are silly.
And I'm certain he spoke this morning. I was a little way away at the time, washing some clothes. But I'm sure he said good night. Anyway, it sounded like it. I tried to make him say it again, but he wouldn't. I've been teaching him for weeks now. Good morning, good night, good morning, good night, over and over again. I'm sure he knows it off by heart now, but he didn't show any sign. Not until this morning, that is. And even then, he might have been croaking for his food or something. What's wrong, Michael? What are you looking at?
Where did you get that spot in your arm?
It's always been there. A birthmark, you must have seen it before.
Yeah, I suppose I have. I must have, mustn't I? The tide will be just about right for diving for the beads in the morning. I have to get up early, though. As soon as it's light, that'll give me about 3 hours. And then if I haven't got enough by the time it's dark, I shall have to start again the next day. Won't I? Did you see its eyes? I settled him, didn't I? I finished him off all right.
Yes, Michael, yes.
No sign of it here. Nothing at all.
Can't understand it. Reliable shaft. Never let me down before. Looks like smoke drifting round that mountain.
Cannibals, I should think. Cooking the remains of the last trader to land.
In that case, we're just in time for the new season's supplies. Rocco!
Drop anchor. We're going ashore.
No, I'll stay here if it's all the same to you.
It isn't.
Why don't you take Rocco with you? And Tommy?
I'd much rather have you with me, my dear Jimmy. I want to find the ship here when I come back.
Well, I'm not going ashore without a gun.
Your record with a gun is hardly likely to give me confidence, especially if I'm leading the way.
That's right. Rub it in. You can't resist it. You wouldn't like me to forget, would you?
You forget much too conveniently, my dear Jimmy.
Well, there's one thing I don't forget. You're a rat.
Remarks like that are hardly conducive to our better relations. Or good conversation. Really, Jimmy, you're a very trying fellow at times. You shall have a gun. And I shall carry the ammunition.
How the devil did a girl like that get here? On an island like this?
Incredible.
It isn't even on the map.
We'll soon know.
Em, what is it?
Oh, Michael.
Em, what's happened? What's the matter, Em?
Over there in the gap by the stream. 2 men.
What?
One fat and one thin. 2 men, Michael. I was as close to them as I am to the end of that boat there. Would you be careful, Michael? Michael, shall I come with you?
No, you clear up. I'll bring them back.
Michael? Don't forget, you say how do you do, then they say how do you do.
Oh, all right.
How do you do, young lady?
How do you do? Michael!
Oh, very curious. Obviously unused to society.
Well, it isn't Piccadilly here exactly, is it?
It seems there are 2 of them. The other's name is Michael, and they're English, apparently.
Oh, wouldn't it be so difficult to handle then?
Depends on how long they've been here.
Oh, just you shove on your bedside manner, Doc. After all, if you floored him in Park Lane, ought to be a knockout in the Pacific.
How are you, young man? I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. I am Dr. Edgar Murdoch. This is Mr. James Carter.
Pleased to meet you.
My name is... she's Emmeline Joyce Foster. And I'm Michael David Reynolds. Where did you come from? Where's your ship?
We landed on the far side of the island, my boy. Is there nobody here, apart from you 2 young people?
No, only us.
How long have you lived here?
10 years.
4 months, 3 days.
Goodness gracious me.
10 years.
How on earth did you get here?
We were shipwrecked.
With Paddy Wine.
He was a sailor.
He died.
6 months after we got
Just
here.
a moment, please. You couldn't have been very old then when this misfortune occurred.
Em was 9 and I was 10.
9 and 10. Just think of that, my dear Jimmy. Mere children, hardly able to read and write. The rude clay of humanity.
Won't you please sit down?
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry the house is so untidy. We can read and write,
My dear young lady.
and we're not rude. Oh, Michael, it's not a bit like I expected.
Oh, now, come on, take it easy.
Of course you're not rude. On the contrary, I'm most impressed by your good manners. When I think of some of us brought up in society who still retain the habits of the jungle.
I don't know what you're talking about. Stop crying, Em. Tell us about everything, won't you, please? We want to know. You see, we don't remember much. We've been here so long. We're beginning to think we'd never see anyone again. You're from England, aren't you?
I am.
When did you leave?
Some years ago.
Like we did in a big ship?
In a big ship.
In a big hurry.
Is this little book the only one you possess?
Yes.
Hear me. On leaving visiting cards, riding in the park, personal conversation with royalty and rank.
At least we shall be able to talk to people when we get back.
You will. You certainly will.
Is it really like that in London? I mean, everything? Is it?
Eh? Why not? Wonderful city, London. Richest jewel of empire. Streets paved with gold.
Gold? Gold's money, isn't it?
No, it is, Michael. I told you my uncle used to give me a golden sovereign every birthday.
And are the streets of London really paved with it?
Oh, yes. They've rebuilt Buckingham Palace with diamonds and rubies and whatnot. Hey, Doc?
A great deal has happened since you were children.
Oh, please tell us about everything. We want to know.
So you shall, my dear boy. So you shall. May I suggest you join us on board the ship? I really don't think I shall feel equal to this without a very large scotch.
What's a large scotch?
An excellent starting point for any explanation of modern civilization, my boy. And that's London, my young friends, in this glorious summer of this year of grace, 1914. Glittering ballrooms, all the pageantry of the courts, all the excitement of the opera.
What's opera?
Opera is just people singing on the stage.
Put at its crudest. And so through a brilliant season. Ah, what wouldn't I give to be in London now?
Yeah, what wouldn't they give to have you there?
Yes, indeed. What a welcome I get from my friends. I could introduce you to people who'd give you a wonderful time, who'd help you to make up for all these lost years.
Doctor's very understanding. He lost a few years himself once, you know.
And a very presentable pair you will make, with your good looks and manners. And with that delightful comb you're wearing, Emmeline, you'll grace any ballroom in London.
Do you hear that, Michael?
I made it myself.
Did you indeed?
I carved it out of a piece of bone, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And where did you get the beads?
You'll never guess. I'll bet you in 100 years you'll never guess. I find them in shellfishes.
No. My dear Jimmy, where are your manners? If our young friend assures us that he finds those beads in shellfish, it is not for us to doubt his word.
I don't blame him for laughing, but it's true. I use the fish for bait, and I give the beads to M.
You know I'm fascinated. I roam about the world collecting all manner of things. It's my hobby. But I never dreamt beads like that out of shellfish.
I got these this morning, if you'd like to have them. And there's M's comb. She won't mind, she's got some more.
Oh, no.
M?
Please, I wouldn't think of depriving Emmeline of her trinkets. There are more, I imagine, where these come from.
Heaps.
And perhaps we can spend a little while rummaging around for them.
Want to stay here, then?
A few weeks, no more.
A few weeks?
I know it's stupid to want a collection of beads, but surely...
Oh, it's not that. It's just that we want to get away, Dr. Murdoch.
My dear Michael, you're hurting me. I hate to have to mention it, but after all, I have promised to take you and Emily into London and introduce you to my friends.
Oh, he didn't mean it that way, did you, Michael? We're very grateful, aren't we?
Yes, of course we are. I'm sorry. I only thought... When can we start? Tomorrow? Please don't be cross.
It's quite all right. Sooner the better. Any time you say.
I'll be waiting on the beach for you as soon as it's light.
Very good.
And how about you showing me around the island? While Michael's diving for the pearls, eh? And I'll give you a few hints about how to behave. You won't find in the little book, you know. Is it a bargain?
Thank you for the meal.
Not at all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure. Don't mention it.
Good night, Em.
Michael,
Yes?
you know what Mr. Carter said to me just before we left?
No.
He said, I was to show him the island while you were diving for the pearls.
For the what?
He called the beads pearls. Michael, just before Christmas once, you know, when you give presents, I asked Mommy that if she could have anything in the world that she wanted for Christmas, what she'd choose. And she said, if I could have anything in the world that I wanted, I'd have a pearl necklace. Only your daddy isn't rich enough to buy me one.
You mean if she could have anything in the world? A lot of beads on a string?
We lived in a big house, but Daddy wasn't rich enough to buy them.
Oh, don't be silly, Em. There are hundreds of them here. Thousands. They can't be worth anything. Go to sleep. Good night.
Right. I don't like those men.
Help! Help me!
Hold on a second.
My leg.
Just a slight touch of cramp, my boy. Nothing to worry about. Have it right in a moment. Relax now. Let yourself go. Is that a bit easier?
Yes, I think it is. Oh! Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. What is it, Dr. Murdoch?
A temporary contraction, that is, bunching of the muscle. Not in the least dangerous. Happens to everybody. Loosening up now, aren't they? Have you right as rain in no time. How is it now?
Much better, thank you.
Dr. Murdoch, I don't think I'll dive again.
Nonsense. Just what you need to prevent stiffness setting in. Take it from me. As a medical man.
I'm not diving again, not after that.
For that very reason you must. I don't want you to lose your nerve.
I've not lost my nerve. I'm tired. Can't you understand?
My dear young man, I don't think you quite understand your position. I hate to have to be so blunt, but either you do as I ask you, or you and Emmeline will remain on this island. I shall go away without you. Is that clear? Be a sensible boy now and dive for those pearls.
Pearls are worth money, aren't they?
Who told you that?
Emmeline.
Did she? Right of her. Well, she's quite right. If your education hadn't been curtailed so early, you would doubtless be aware of the esteem in which these baubles are held in the outside world. And in the next, if we're to credit those pearly gates. I suppose you know what this is?
Yes.
And you know what guns are for?
I know that people who drink too much, like my father and Paddy, do silly things.
Then don't you think it's advisable to do as I tell you? What are you waiting for?
The doctor sent me for you. We're leaving on the ship tonight, and he wants us to go out now and get a meal ready.
Where's Michael?
Oh, he's with the doctor. They'll be falling on.
Well, why didn't he tell me? I'm not ready, and I don't know what I look like.
No, don't you worry about that. Just shove that little pearl comb in your hair. You look like $1 million. Come on, hurry up.
I ought to change, really.
No, I haven't got time for that now. You'll be all right as you are. Come on.
Michael! Michael, where are you? Michael! Answer me, boy. Michael! Michael!
I'll be with you in a minute. Just want to see to the food.
Can't I help?
No, not yet. I've got to get the stove going first. Rocco! Okay, you can cast off now. We're sailing. The doctor and young man are stopping on the island. We'll be back for them in about a month's time. I'll start the engine.
Why is the ship moving? Where's Michael?
He's coming along afterwards. That's what I said, didn't I?
I don't want to go without Michael.
What are you getting all upset about? We're just going on a little trip, that's all. What's wrong with that?
I want to go back.
Take it easy. You girls are funny sometimes. Now, do I look the sort of chap that a girl wouldn't trust? Eh?
Please let me go.
Now, just a minute. Listen, I'm a reasonable sort of chap, really. If I'm treated reasonably. I should have thought that a lovely girl like you would have jumped for the chance of getting away from all this. I'm not just any chance. Oh, no. There's many a... Who told you to stop those engines? Start them again, blast you!
The doctor come.
Start those engines, you hear me?
My dear Jimmy, I've always warned you that if ever you were foolish enough to attempt to escape from me, you'd regret it.
Em, are you all right? Oh, Em, I thought you'd gone.
They tried to take me.
I thought I'd lost you, Em.
Oh, Michael.
I'd like to kill them. I'd like to kill them like I killed that fish.
They've gone now, Michael.
Yes, they've gone. And I don't care. I don't care if we never see a boat again. I don't care if we never get away from here.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean it, Em. I feel there's been a big storm. And this is after it. But somehow everything's changed. It isn't the same.
I'm just the same, Michael.
Yes. Yes, you are. Em, you're trembling.
Am I? So are you.
I know. The ceremony then proceeds to the point where the minister says, "Wilt thou have this man for thy wedded husband?" And the woman answers, "I will." It's your turn.
I will.
Turn around him. When I was at school, I used to learn poetry. I wish I could write poetry, because if I could, I'd write about you, Will.
Would you, Michael?
You're worth the loveliest poetry ever written.
I wonder by my troth what thou and I did till we loved. Were we not weaned till then, but sucked on country pleasures childishly, or snorted we in the seven sleepers' den? 'Twas so. But this all pleasure's fancies be. If ever any beauty I did see which I desired and got, 'twas but a dream of me.
can't see you.
By the water.
Where, Em?
Here. Last week there was one tooth, and this week there are two more showing. Soon he'll have as many as... You do look silly in that hat.
It keeps the sun off.
What are you reading? Only those so happily placed that they have enjoyed the influence of education and refinement can hope to acquire that air of Savoy fare so necessary to gentlemen. Michael, it all makes me feel so miserable now.
Why?
Well, I don't understand what it means, but I know he'll never have Savoy fare.
Well, if you don't understand what it means, how do you know you'll never have it?
Because we haven't got it.
Well, we might have it without knowing it.
If you don't know anything that's difficult to understand, you can't have anything that's difficult to understand.
Well, we had him, and that was difficult enough to understand.
What's that?
Out on the reef, they'll see us there.
They've seen us. They're stopping now and signaling.
Let me see, Henry. Can't we get any closer?
There's a reef right across our bows.
I suppose they really are savages.
Don't see what else they could be on a small island like this, hundreds of miles from anywhere. No place for white men. And I hardly think it's a place for us either. Hard a port, Shanghai.
Em, they're turning away. Ahoy there! Ahoy! Ahoy!
I can't hear you, Michael. Why are they going away? Why? I can't believe it. Oh, Michael, let me close my eyes and tell me they're coming back.
Don't cry, Em.
Oh, Michael, I'm frightened.
When Paddy died, you were frightened, and I came and sat by your bed just like this, remember? I said I'd always look after you. I always have done, haven't I, Em?
Oh, you know you have, Michael. It isn't that. Haven't you ever thought that one day we shall both die? Like Paddy did. And he'll be left all alone.
Couldn't you have another baby, Em? Several more babies, and then there'd be lots of us, and he'd never be lonely.
Oh, Michael, it isn't just being lonely. I don't want him to grow up like us. I want him to go to school and learn and know about everything. I want him to be a gentleman, Michael.
He will be one day, Em. One day when another ship comes, and it will come, Em. I know it will.
You used to say it was me that was always saying that. Now it's you.
Poor him.
Michael, do you think the streets of London really are paved with gold?
Why'd you ask that?
I was just wondering if it was really like what those men said. Michael, you nearly finished the boat before those men came. You haven't touched it since.
I've been so happy since they went away.
Well, so have I, you know that.
Well, why aren't you happy any longer? Why are you always talking about London?
Paddy, come here. Look at him. Can't you just see him in a top hat?
No, I can't. I never wore a top hat.
Now, don't be cross, Michael. I mean, when he's older. I just couldn't bear him to grow up not knowing anything. He should be with other boys. He'll be so miserable.
Well, he's miserable enough now.
Couldn't you repair the old boat, and couldn't we sail off in a straight line like you used to say?
I don't know.
And we could sell the pearls and buy a big house in London. Then we could give dinner parties and hunt bulls and invite the king and queen. I'd like him to meet the king and queen. We could take him on trains. He'd like going on trains. And to the boat race the doctor told us about. You could row in the boat race, Michael. You'd row faster than the others, and he'd be able to watch you win. I could make such a strong sail, Michael. And we could take enough water to last us a month. We'd be bound to reach somewhere. Please, Michael, I know I'm right.
All right. I'll start tomorrow. Why did you turn away?
Because I don't want to look anymore. That's the way I want to remember it. Always. I want to go away, just like that. wind will spring up in the morning, Michael. I know it will. Perhaps when we wake up, we'll see land. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
My arms are nearly falling off.
Stop and rest a little while.
Oh, Em. What are we going to do?
I'm glad he's no older, Michael. I'm glad he doesn't understand.
Crossing our bows now. There's a man, a woman, and a child in it.
Are they alive, sir?
Can't tell yet. Point to port.
Point to port it is, sir.
Man the emergency lifeboat.
Very good, sir.
Ease your helm.
Call out the emergency boat crew.
Aye, aye, sir.
That's the way I want to remember it. Always. I want to go away. Just like that.